Hey, this is Jacob Baugh, Jacob Slider, with Team Cardhoarder, here for round 3 with our Simic Eldrazi deck. When the die roll again, while playing first. This is a different style of hand, but I still think it's a keep. We have a few interactive spells in Spellskite and Dismember. We have a Temple and a Drowner. This is a reasonable hand. It's not great by any means, but I think it's not worth mulliganing. Let's see what we're playing against. Island. Alright, this hand's set up pretty well against a control deck, so right. Oh, blue Tron, alright. Maybe it's not set up well. It's gonna get another breeding pool then. Right. Just gonna play the Cavern on Eldrazi my next turn, so I can play the Deep Fiend without worry. My opponent having a counter spell. Well, that's not a good draw. Eldrazi. At 1 point in. First, 8. Upkeep. Gonna bounce my token with a repeal or something. Okay, they might just cast another Thirst. Looks like repeal. Yeah. Alright. It's annoying, but not the end of the world. Well, I'm going to play that instead. Attack my opponent. 5. So what my opponent has going on over there. They have Tron, so everything is scary. They have a Platinum Angel, which I do not care about. Condensate, a Rainite, and a Thirst. So I will just take the Thirst. My Spellskite, and we're good. Having double Dismember is actually great right now, because I got to be able to take the... They have their own Thought-Knots here. Well, that's fine. I'm just going to play Drowner, tap their Thought-Knot, and attack for 9. This, did they have a power plant? I guess they did. So I'll play that. My opponent for 9 and have lethal next turn. So unless they draw another Thought-Knot here to take my Dismember. Or a hard counterspell, but that's very unlikely. And Ugin doesn't do anything here because my cards are all colorless. Right. Attack my opponent for lots of lethal. Because they have Dismember, I'm still attacking with all of them, but I still have Spellskite, so I don't think they have that. Alright. So in this matchup, I want Pithing Needle for sure. Chalices could be good. I definitely want Stubborn. Seeing that I have Platinum Angel, I kind of have to keep Dismember in my deck, which is kind of annoying. I do have Last Thorger to answer it still, but I don't think I want AE. Can't get over to the stupid card. Alright, see. Definitely want Stubborn. I probably don't want this thing. It is nice to kill my opponent out of nowhere. I don't need Spellskite. Not sure what the other cut is. Drowner is fine, not great. Yeah, like maybe it's just Drowner. I think I'd rather have Smasher than that, so I think this is all. Yeah, I'll just submit this. Alright. Well, we have turn 3 Thought-Knot Seer. Is that good enough? On the draw. I will... Not sure this hand is actually good enough. I think I'm gonna actually mulligan it. Like, I have nothing on 1, 2, and everything lines up on 3. It's just way too slow to deal with Tron. Well, this hand's better if I had a green source. I think it's worth keeping though. I do get a Scry, have Temple. If I get a green, this is exactly the kind of hand I want, but it's very risky. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and keep. Could definitely be wrong. I want that card, but I need to find a land more than that, so just gonna play Temple on 1. I hope I draw a Needle now, but probably won't do that. That's not the worst. Inhuman. Play our Noble. Their opponent just doesn't have turn 3 Tron. Just doesn't have a second Tron piece. Well, they do. Alright. Well, it's going to be pretty hard to beat. We can draw a Thought-Knot Seer or something. Ancient Stirrings. Well, I think we just have to take Matter Reshaper here. Okay. This card's all on bottom. Play our Matter Reshaper and hope for the best. Opponent gets Tron, and let's see what the worst thing they can do to us is. They have a Karn. We're probably dead, but there definitely could be scenarios where we're not dead. Just like O-Stone or something, we might be able to come back, but thinking about playing his blue source instead of his Tron, maybe? Nope. Wormcoil Engine. Alright. That's beatable. Not likely, but beatable. What does that do? Nothing. I really want to cast his Stirrings, but I don't think I can. Just have to play an island, and maybe I just crack Misty to have my 1 draw step better next turn. So that's slightly better. So I know I have a Deep Fiend on bottom. Let's upkeep. Blue to blue. Dismember. Worst. My opponent has. More Trial lands. Alright. Just don't have blue sources, maybe? Well, if they don't, might have a shot this game, but it's still not looking great for us. Well, another Deep Fiend is definitely good. Still think I have two Stirrings. Another Deep Fiend. Alright. I just have to take Deep Fiend here. The best shot at winning, I think. Yeah. So play Island. Could have not taken. I could have taken the other card, the Matter Reshaper, but I think this is fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm one short of emerging my Noble, so I can emerge my Noble next turn. This was on Eldrazi. This would be so much easier, because then I could cast this other Stirrings and everything would be great. But as it stands, I cannot, which is annoying. But I had to do what I did, so. Blue, 4. Yeah. 2, 3, 4. What is going on? They have more lands, or what? We have a blue source. There's some knowledge, I'm guessing. Could be like O-Stone or something like that. It looks like it's a blue card. Spreading Seas. Alright, that's fine. You're not emerging our Noble Hierarch in a map. Glad he didn't target one of my colored sources. That would have actually been worse for me. Well, we'll cast the Stirrings. Find a Thought-Knots here. What does this Temple do for me? Is that enough to emerge my Deep Fiend? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is enough. So I take this Temple. Right. These on bottom. Put this Temple. Combat our opponent. Okay. And I could easily have a counter spell here. They do. I don't think I can play around that, so You just have to deep fiend them and hope for the best. Just want to mana short my opponent as much as possible. The blue source matters. They have condensate, they're going to counter my thing, so there's mapping. Right. This is tower. They have access to 6 mana. So another Wormcoil engine I could lose here. Alright, we won. Alright, Eldrazi Fiend is great. But let's see if this deck actually has enough to 3-2. We did lose our first 2.